Big 12's Yormark discusses challenges for fans ahead of sparsely attended title game. In the wake of the Big 12 championship game between Arizona State and Iowa State on December 7, 2024, Big 12 Commissioner Brett Yormark addressed the growing issue of fan attendance at neutral site conference championship games, particularly with the new 12-team college football playoff (CFP) format. The Big 12 championship game at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, saw an announced crowd of 55.889, but the stands appeared much emptier. This marks the 10th time the event has been held at the stadium. And while the announced attendance was significant, it was far lower than the 84.523 fans who attended the 2023 title game between Texas and Oklahoma State. Yormark acknowledged that with the expanded CFP format, fans now face tougher decisions regarding which games to attend. He mentioned, fans now have to decide what games they want to go to, pointing out that with the playoff expanding to 12 teams, fans could be looking at up to 4 extra games before a potential national championship. Key points from Yormark's comments. Expanded postseason impact. The new playoff format means teams like Arizona State, who won the Big 12 title, could face a first-round road game in the playoffs. Yormark noted that these expanded playoff games might stretch the limits of fan loyalty and attendance. The extra games required to make it to the national championship also increase the financial and logistical burden on fans. Neutral site championship games. Yormark expressed that while the Big 12 has a contract with AT&T Stadium through 2031 for hosting the championship game, the concept of hosting a neutral site event might need rethinking. He mentioned, "We can't expect our fans to travel to every game, given where the world is today." Discretionary income, suggesting that the league might consider options for the future, including having higher seeds host their conference title games. Comparison with Group of 5. When asked about the Big 12's position in comparison to Group of 5 conference champions, Yormark firmly stated, "Where I sit, there should be no comparison between us and any G5 conference champion." This comes after Boise State's victory over UNLV, which put the Broncos in a position to potentially claim one of the top CFP spots. Yormark argued that the Big 12 champion deserved more consideration for a first-round bye than a Group of 5 champion like Boise State, emphasizing the strength of the conference. Crowd attendance issues. Yormark acknowledged the difficulty of drawing big crowds to the championship game, especially with Arizona State and Iowa State, teams without a large local fanbase in Texas. He noted that this year's attendance was one of the smallest in recent history, with the 64.104 fans in 2017 being the previous low. Looking ahead, with the growing challenge of balancing the excitement of conference championships with the logistical realities of an expanded postseason, Yormark remains committed to maintaining the prestige of the conference title game, even as he acknowledges the pressures on fans. The Big 12's continued evaluation of hosting options may shape future games, especially if fan attendance and travel become more difficult to manage in the new playoff era.